Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. It's Friday, and Friday means it's the Easy Talk. I'm so happy we've got the Easy Talk back after the long transfer window. God, dearie me. Dear. But anyway, we're going to try and keep things positive. Which before we went live, we were having fun and jokes, but that's about to change. That's all about to change. Yes. No doubt you can see a familiar face, and one maybe it's not his debut. He's been on Cannon Fodder before, but
yeah,
but
different times.
But we're getting to the formal introductions after this little introduction. Keep it positive. Keep it positive. I've just seen Alex take a swiggle. You know what? Arsenal continue to the bottle.
It's tea. It's tea. Well, yeah.
But anyway, guys, before we get into this one, make sure you subscribe, please. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive almost all the latest news right here on Cannon Fodder TV. Right, to the introductions. Sharifa, it's good to see you back.
Hi.
The first lady of Cannon Fodder TV. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here again.
Yeah, how you been keeping?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a few long months.
Yeah. There you go. Well, listen, we're happy to see you back on Cannon Fodder TV. The first lady of Cannon Fodder TV, people. There you go. And Alex, one Alex to another Alex. How are you, geezer?
Yeah. If it's not Arsenal related, I'm doing really good.
All
But
right.
when it becomes Arsenal related, things aren't so good, and I think that goes for a lot of us. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this show, and thank you for having me on your channel.
Yeah, and like I said, too, it's not the first time. Alex has been on the channel before, and I've been on his channel. It's just it's not been on the Easy Talk before, the flagship.
No,
Yeah.
the main event.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna promise. I'll make a promise to try and keep things positive, but it's quite difficult. It's very, very difficult. So I'll try my best. But anyway, transfer window has now closed, unless you're somewhere in Turkey. You could probably want to buy one of our players. But I wanted to ask the panelists, which one player or players do you think we missed out on that we should have actually signed? Alex, I'll go to you first. Which player do you think we should have brought in the transfer window, Gazer?
It's probably the obvious one. It's Basuma. Like, we went to Brighton and we've picked up the wrong player, clearly. And the gentleman who, Mr. White, Ben White, we've barely seen him. And what we have seen of him, it's probably about 30 million quid too much. So Basuma is the man we've probably missed out on, in my opinion, because the middle is so weak. That's what I think.
Yeah. But with Basuma, do you not think he would have wanted to go to a club where that club is playing in Europe, Alex, rather than?
Well, money talks. It really, like, you could say that about Thomas Partey. Like, he came such a great player, and he came to us, and I think we've paid him handsomely, and we tend to overpay all players handsomely. And I think if you'd offered Basuma those high wages or something, maybe he's got ambitions. Maybe that's why he saw the light and realised that if he comes to Arsenal, things are not going to go so well. And
keep it positive.
Alex. I'm really. It's going to be really hard.
All right, Sharifa, which player do you think we really missed out on in the transfer window?
Well, I agree with Alex that it's definitely the midfield where we were really need someone. And I think it was quite clear that Basuma he was not going to come. And I think that also, like, if you look at the fees, like Ruben Neves would definitely be a good alternative to Basuma. He could be this perfect partner for Partey. especially because he's this player that plays in a midfield but is very comfortable taking defensive positions. And when it comes to Arsenal, we need this is also capable of playing ahead of the back three. So I think that Neves would definitely be that player that was affordable and available. So yeah, I think that would have been a good one.
Do you know what? Ruben Neves was the pick of the bunch for me. I know the talk has been about Ibis Bissouma, but I highlighted Ruben Neves as a perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, he's described as is he a defensive or an attacking midfielder?
Why for you, Ruben Neves? Then
say again.
Why Ruben Neves for yourself?
Because he can score goals in the midfield.
Yeah.
He can defend as well as help the attack going forward, and he can score goals. I mean, the stats talk for itself. And like Sharifa said there, he would have been within our price range, but nobody listens to me, Sharifa.
No. I agree, especially at Wolves. He often played ahead of the defense, so he would be perfect for the Arsenal midfield. So I think they really missed out on that one.
Yeah. But Sharifa, again, no, with the Bissouma situation, why would a player want to come to Arsenal knowing fully well that we're not in Europe? Why would he want to come to Arsenal?
Do you think that the Premier League is a league where a lot of footballers want to play in or for, and why not? I do think that in England you can have so much experience, especially for players like him, and many opportunities to from Arsenal go to other teams. But I do see that maybe Arsenal at this stage is not so appealing for a player like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is he? He's in his mid-20s, isn't he? I think.
Who, Bissouma?
No, Ruben Neves.
Good question.
24, I think.
Right. Okay.
He's younger than me, that's for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, all this talk about Besiktas allegedly wanting to buy Mohamed El-Neni. If we were to sell him, we're going to be short of midfielders, aren't we, Alex?
Yeah, and he's one of the few players that can score an absolute screamer. I mean, I mean, whenever he scores a goal, you jump off your seat, because that's one of the highlights of the season. It's a Mohamed El-Neni screamer.
Yeah.
He's you know what I like about him? You don't see him in the papers for the wrong reason. He just gets on with it. He's a quiet, he just seems like a lovely chap. But is he going to raise us and take us to the dizzy heights of climbing up the table? Probably not. But he does. What was he? £5 million, I believe. So
yeah.
That's about how he plays. About like a £5 million player.
Yeah.
So he'll come. He's that kind of guy that Yeah, he does.
Yes, that was a deal.
Yeah. You can't say a bad word about him, but
no.
Sorry.
I think that matters as well, especially with the team that we have. Like we need consistent players. I mean, and El-Neni and also Xhaka. I know a lot of people have opinions about Xhaka, but those are the players. No, they are not like world class, but they are consistent. So at least you can rely on the position that they're playing, that they're going to do what they need to do, most of it. So I do think that that we value that a little bit more about players like El-Neni, like the consistency and maybe every now and then a screamer.
But I think the difference between El-Neni costs 5 million, Xhaka costs 35 million. So we're always going to look at them differently because of that. How much we paid, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Xhaka is a sensitive topic.
Well, I think everything at Arsenal is a sensitive topic, isn't it? At Arsenal, but
yeah.
So, would you be happy to sell El-Neni, Sharifa? Would you be happy to sell him?
No, because I think, especially for that price, for 5 million, you don't find another player for 5 million that at least plays consistent. And we know what we have. He's reliable, and no, so I wouldn't sell him. Not with the players that we have now in the midfield.
Yeah. For you, Alex, would you sell El Neni?
That's a good question. Like, are we? I don't know, because I like it. Like I said, I've given the reasons I like him. But if you were to tell me certain other players to sell, I'd say yes straight away. But I think he's a good squad player. He's a good player. You know, when you're, I don't know, Neil, you're trying to just hold on to a lead. Well, I don't remember the last time we won a game. Or, you know, I have to really think back. But you bring him on to steady the ship, and you know he'll run around and just give his all, and no attitude, nothing. So, you know, I think I'd keep him for that reason, just to sort of have there as a good squad player.
Yeah. It's funny. I mean, you see the feeling, the general feeling on the channel, and people have been talking about Jack Wilshere, and a lot of people over the last say 2-3 days have been saying, "Oh, but Jack Wilshere is a lot better than a lot of the midfielders that we have. Why can't we have Jack Wilshere on a pay-per-play contract?" Sharifa.
No.
I'm the wrong person to ask, because I'm a big fan of Jack Wilshere. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think he's definitely that player with a heart for Arsenal, and you see that in the way he plays the game. So if he's on the field, he is on the field, and he really goes all the way. But yeah, so yes, I think he would definitely be that captain material, and
Yeah, that's a good point.
the vibe that the team needs, because the team is lacking of.
We don't have enough of that.
That's a good point.
We just don't have enough of that.
Yeah, that's
So
a very good point.
That guy, and maybe on a contract, like only when he plays, yeah. But also, it's just gonna last for a few weeks or months, and then he's out again.
He's out. Yeah.
So need a leader that is gonna be there.
Wow.
After.
Okay. Well, listen, we're all podcasters, and guys, who's watching now? Because there's like 20 odd of you watching now. Sharifa, I know you're not doing any like content on your channel, but you see how Sharifa talks about Arsenal. So very intelligent about Arsenal. Sharifa, come on, small talk. Come on, Sharifa, get it going. Come on, Sharifa.
I've been thinking about it lately because I do miss it. So I was ready for you to invite me for tonight.
Yeah.
So yes, this should bring some inspiration to.
Okay. All right. So the reason why I'm saying that, all podcasters, you know, I get a lot of stick because I've always said that when Arsenal plays well, not recently, we laud them. We say, "Oh, they played fantastic," but people, certain sections of the fan base, don't like to hear podcasters critiquing about players who've not played quite well. So I'm thinking, is it easy for armchair managers to say, "Oh, you know, we should be playing this formation. Why isn't Arteta, you know, playing this player?" Is it a lot easier for armchair managers to critique the club, Alex?
Yeah.
Keep it positive.
Especially now. And I think, yes, because us three, we love the club. When Arteta goes, us three and all the people watching in the show will still be Arsenal fans. So yes, we deserve to critique Arteta and the team, because we love the club. We love, and we want them to do better than we're sitting bottom of the league, and the worst start in living memory. And yeah, we all deserve to have our say. And yes, it's really is difficult at the moment, and so I want to see us do so much better, and I don't know how that's going to happen, but yeah, for sure.
What do you think, Sharifa? You think it's just so easy for us armchair managers to critique the club. Oh, Arteta. Oh, Aubameyang. Oh, Lacazette. Oh, Xhaka. Is it too easy for us to criticize?
I understand Alex's concerns. Well, I think me and Alex probably disagree in here because I believe that I think that Arsenal in general, if you look at Arsenal's fan base, we have an extremely negative fan base. I mean, the fact that when Arsene Wenger had his lowest moment after years of playing really consistent, always competing for top four, you know, our fans had airplanes going over the Emirates telling him. That to me is the proof that we have a group of fans that are extremely negative, and I do think that people realize the impact it can have on a and or on a manager because they hear it, they see it, they read it. I think it was only like a year ago when Mustafi in an interview said that he stopped every social media because it was affecting him personally. And I do think that by constantly being negative, you're not supporting the team. You can be a fan, but there's a difference between being a fan or being a supporter. I think a fan loves the club, but a supporter is someone that also supports the team, even when it's not going well, even when it's when we're hitting bottom, because that's what we're doing. And when Arteta says that, because in many interviews he keeps repeating the same, like we need to trust the process and we need to believe in him. And there's a lot of changes going on in the club right now. I mean, the club did not change for the past 20 years. And when Wenger left, it was clear that there was going to be a lot of changes. And every changes comes with ups and downs. And we're in a down now. Well, I do think that in order to actually make those changes, we have to go through this. And I think it will be so much easier for the players and for the manager if they feel that they are being supported, that they feel that we still believe in them, and that that there will be a better end. It's like the same if in your personal life. I mean, if things are not going well, you will lean on that person, that parent or family member or friend that keeps believing in you, keeps pushing you, rather than the person that keeps telling you the things that you already know. Because Arteta knows it's not going well. I mean, he sees the results. I don't think that is what he wants, obviously. So yeah, I think it's too easy for us, and I don't think we realize the impact it probably has on the players and on the manager.
Sharifa, I'm going to vote for you to manage Arsenal. You've got my vote.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it. But I just, what I can't have an invested interest in, Sharifa, is when I keep hearing from people who are saying to me, and like I was saying to Alex before we went live, Arsene Wenger gave his opinion about Arsenal, saying that Arsenal are in a good position now.
Oh God.
I'm thinking,
isn't that the same thing? Because he knows that what they need now is support, is people believing in them. And let's be honest, they are at the bottom. It can only go up. What?
Well, or can it? Or can it? Sorry, I completely disagree with a lot of what you say, but I respect what you're saying, but I think where I do disagree is when fans overstep the mark, being abusive. You should not be like this. There's a way of critiquing people without abusing them, or Mustafi, I remember that interview. He was telling about abuse to his family. Absolutely no way. No way. No one deserves that. But you should look at their performance on the pitch. You don't need to talk about their. He was telling about his children. Like, no, that's disgusting. I completely condemn that.
Yeah.
And Arteta, I would, if someone offered me the job and £6 million a year, I would take the job. Why not? I would do it. And he's doing it because he was given it. And I don't know what's around the corner, but I'm worried. I'm very worried and concerned.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
worried. It's very worried.
Keep it positive. Keep it positive.
Outside of Arsenal, I'm good. I'm really good. I told
We
you,
all are.
I'm really good in life now. So
No, Shuf, I get what you're saying, and we've got to try and keep it positive. But I want someone like Arsene Wenger, who should know better, really, just to say, Arsenal, we know, are not in a good situation, but there could be light at the end of the tunnel. But don't say we are in a good situation. We're not. We finished 8th 2 seasons in a row. We're currently like bottom, the worst for
no goals
67 years.
scored.
So, you know, I
Can't
get
even score a goal.
that. Say again?
We can't even score a goal.
Yeah, yeah. The hope can be a killer, Sharifa. The hope, and you know, please come on, Arsenal. But I will call it as it is. You know, when we play well, I will say that we've played well, and I will highlight players that have played quite well. But you know, we can't have it all one way. We can't have a cake and eat it too. So when the players don't play well, we will say that, but we're not going to go cross the line and be abusive. We don't permit that on Canon Fighter. You know that. But I can't have a vested interest when people are saying, no, Arsenal, we're okay. We're not okay. We're not in a good situation, Sharifa. And
I
yeah,
think what it means is, I think it's clear for everyone that the position in table, that is not okay. The results, those are not okay. I don't think that when he says we're in a good position, he means the football that we're playing now, the results that we're having now. I think what he means is there is a plan to go through some changes in order to get somewhere, and we are going through those changes. We are going through. I think that's what he means. Like there is things
Sorry,
changing.
but how long do you want these changes to go on for? That's the thing. How long can we permit them?
I don't know. It's not been that long since he left. I mean,
yeah.
need time. Things do need time. I mean, if you have a club that has been the same for 20 years under the same manager, doing everything exactly the same, and the fans were yelling and they were demanding for change, here is the change, but it comes with a price.
Yeah.
And no one can tell how long it will take.
Yeah. And the worst thing as well, Sharifa, you know, a lot of the fan base or supporters have not seen Arsenal win the Premier League. The youngsters. So I understand the frustration and the impatience. I'm willing to wait because I understand things can't happen instantly. We're going through a long transition after Arsene Wenger. I actually wanted Unai Emery to stay. I didn't want him to be
Me as
sacked.
well. Me as
I
well.
wanted him to stay, only for the fan base to be disrespectful to him, the media, the players downing tools. And then, listen, it is what it is. It is. So we've got Arteta.
Sorry, but I think Edu and Arteta, they're not helping themselves in terms of the players they've signed, because the players we've signed has been an absolute disaster. None of them. I think maybe Sambi Lukonga. Yeah, I like the look of him, but the rest of them, no, thank you. I mean, you've been given Stan Kroenke's given them the money, or whether it's his money or not. They've been given money. It's been spent so badly again, and that's even more frustrating, because you could say, okay, no, what, we haven't bought anyone. They're still the same players, but the thing is, lots of players have come in, and it's just, that's even more. We've spent possibly more than anyone in the league. Forgive me, correct? And that is, wow, that's mind blowing. That's what really hit home. Like 150, 160 million.
Yeah.
And most of those are backups.
I mean, I don't know. What do you feel about the players that we've brought, Sharifa? What do you think about the players?
Well, I was thinking, because I was going through it before the show. To be honest, besides Ben White, I'm not really familiar with the others. As in, I don't know too much about them. They seem promising from what I can read, but I don't know them really that much. I do think Ben White could definitely be um, an addition to the defense. So I think that is a good one. About the others, I can't tell. I have to see. I'm glad to see Balogun having a chance now that he's back and that more of him. So I'm happy with that. But with the new signings, I'm sorry.
But what about Odegaard, Martin Odegaard? Because he played with us from.
Well, I think he was during the end of the season. He was definitely getting better, and he was getting better in form. So I do think that he's getting he's getting his position in or his place in this team. I'm not a big fan still, but
Oh wow!
That makes two of us. That makes two. I agree with you, Sharifa.
I think if Neves would have come, he would have.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 100%. Far better.
Yeah.
But yes, okay. He's consistent. He was good enough to stay, definitely.
So you're not impressed, Alex, with the signings that we've made? No,
I can't say. I give the window a 1 out of 10 if I was to mark it. To be honest, and that's being generous. If I was to mark it, and I'm being calm. I'm remaining calm. It's really, yeah, regarding us. Oh man, it's not good for the blood pressure, is it?
Sorry, Sharifa, do you want to say something, Sharifa?
Yeah, sorry.
Do you want to say something, Sharifa?
About Odegaard?
Yeah.
No, not really.
No. Okay. All right. Alex, a quick question, Alex, before we go into and have a little break. Would you have felt better if Arsenal had sold at least 5 players rather than loaning the players out? Because the majority of the players
100%
all have been loaned out with no option to buy apart from Guendouzi, I believe.
Yeah, 100%. Because why can Chelsea sell? I'm very envious of them, by the way. Why can Chelsea sell kids or players that are not playing for great sums of money, but we can only do loans? What's that about? So yeah, it's very frustrating because you saw why is Bellerin not being sold to Betis, and why is Reece Nelson not being sold to Feyenoord? And why is Alex Runnison not being sold to I can't even pronounce what was the name of that team? It was some really long team.
I don't remember.
It's so obscure. Why these players should be just sold? Who does all our transfers and everything? Like, who is in charge of this? Because we should just watch Chelsea how they do their business, because that's fantastic. Absolutely, I'm jealous as hell of them.
Or even look at Leicester City.
Yeah, another team. Amazing. Yeah, their recruitment is spot on.
Okay. All right. Let's go into the live chat for the first one, see who has joined us on this one. I've got Alan Wolfer. This is he was the first one in. LOL. And Colin Young.
Hello, Colin.
Yes. Long subscriber. This is yeah. Got the moderator for the evening. Ashley Lee says, hey up, Gooners. Oh my goodness. 150 minutes spent on a second string. Headline reads, Edu and Arteta complete transfer window plans for relegation season.
Spot on, Colin.
Let's try and keep it positive. 150 million pounds spent on the Carling Cup team. Oh, dearie me.
Well, they're right, man. Your chat's right.
I'm glad they cashed in on the bag of chips and soda pop. We wanted Willian last January. And actually, you've got to give Willian some respect, because he tore up his contract. So, you know what? I really couldn't see myself winning anything with Arsenal. So I'd far rather go back to Brazil and sign for Corinthians. So we've got to give him some respect in that aspect. Sharifa, contract?
I think he just knew. It was not working with the fans. He just get his pride, and he left when he needed to leave. So that's definitely a good choice, I think.
All right. Colin says Bissouma. Bissouma. It's too late now, isn't it? Miguel Aziz, who's now on a season-long loan at Portsmouth. The Pompey. Ballard, we're going to have Ballard, who plays for Millwall.
Yeah.
I think
it's Millwall, yeah.
And controversial, Saliba, Sharifa.
Yeah, that situation is just.
My best friend's a Marseille fan, so I can, he's doing quite well. That's all I'm going to say. He's doing pretty well.
Okay. Alex, were you all for Arsenal to sell Joe Willock, or did you want Arsenal to keep Joe Willock?
Well, he scores goals. He scores goals. He scored
Not
7 or 8.
Arsenal.
But maybe because of a better manager. Yeah, exactly. We sold the wrong. Yeah. That's one player I kind of liked, and there's Reece Nelson could sell him, and Hector Bellerin, and Granit Xhaka, and numerous others. But Joe Willock, I kind of liked him. So maybe he can only score goals for Newcastle.
Sharifa, Joe Willock.
I think we discussed him the other time. I think
We did.
Joe Willock. Yeah, he's a good player. Well, I didn't think that he was like growing. I think he was in the same stage. There was no progress. So I think for him in this phase of his career, it was the best time to leave, and I don't think that he would have played more minutes in the first team at Arsenal. So in that fact, you can rather sell him for a good price than just keep him on the bench just in case. And I think in his positions we have other options. So no, I think it's a good choice to sell him.
Yeah, and that's what I said as well. I said the same thing. I think in this time of his career, I couldn't envisage him getting a lot of minutes playing at Arsenal. So I did say, and I got lambasted for saying, as much as it pains me, I want the player to be happy. If it means away from Arsenal, then so be it.
Well, he was sensible for getting out while he could.
Possibly.
Yeah, that could be.
Possibly. Xhaka, Laka, Auba out.
Colin, he's fantastic.
Arteta off on loan. You can't loan out your manager. What's the world coming to? You can't loan out your manager. Who else do we have here? Guys, thank you. There's been just 50 odd watching us on this first Easytalk back of the season. And there's been so many comments in the live chat. We have our Goonalicious Breed. Yeah, David, one of our other moderators. Hello, Alex, Sharifa, and Arsenal Alex. Welcome all to Cannon Fodder TV. Enjoy your time with us, or I'm telling your mum. Not my mum. Get your questions in. Be respectful of other people's opinions, but have fun. Have fun indeed. Who else can I pick out here? I've got the Assemble who says, Alex, do you think that Arteta has full say on all transfers in or out? Sharifa, what do you think?
I think when it comes to the players, yes. When it comes to what to spend, no. So I do think that he has a lot to say on which player he can buy. But then also, it depends on the player whether they want to come. And there's so many reasons for a player not to come other than not wanting them to buy. Yes, I do think that he has a lot to say about which player, but not necessarily about the finances, which is I think, the most important thing when it comes to negotiations. So I think that's where it quite often goes wrong.
Yeah. But don't you think Arsenal learned the lesson? Because Arsene Wenger had his fingers in so many different pies, the transfers, the monies, this, that, and the other. So I think maybe Arsenal probably learned the lesson that you can't have one person dominating all the aspects of running the club. So I think maybe Arsenal learned the lesson there. No?
Yeah.
I think.
Arsene Wenger he was doing too much. He was
Yeah.
he was doing way too much.
Okay, we've got 3 moderators. Static says, hey, Alex, Arsenal Alex and Sharifa. Colin's been a little bit mischievous versus Arteta. Thank you, Colin. keep it positive, Colin, please. Apparently, Inter Milan are monitoring Arsenal goalkeeper Bernd Leno, according to Tutto Sports. Okay. Sell one Xhaka or Oneni, both cannot stay.
Easy.
For you, I think for me it's quite obvious. I'd far rather keep Oneni than Granit Xhaka.
Agreed.
Yeah. Who else do we have? And Arsenal women have announced the sign of USA International. Yes, Tobin Heath. I saw that as well today. Gilicia says Elneny is good, but not Arsenal quality. Neither is Cedric. I disagree. Chambers, Bellerin, Holding. I disagree. Leno, Xhaka, Runnison, etc. Oh, and Arteta. So that's most of our first team and manager. How many of them do you keep, Alex?
No, none.
None.
That list, good, absolutely none. So he's spot on.
Right.
Very good comment.
Sharifa, here's a question for you. Do you think Arsenal could get relegated?
Well, the thing is, they don't play well under pressure. When there's a lot of pressure, and there is a lot of pressure now being on the bottom. Okay, but the positive thing is they had Chelsea, they had Man City in the first 3 games. The next are going to be, of course, less hard. So in the end, I do not think they will relegate. No.
Sorry, Nick's one of my very good subscribers. I told him to come and watch. So big up to Nick Muller. Yeah, really good. Yeah.
You told him to ask that question, did you, Alex?
No, I just said come and watch the show. I put it on my community post, and yeah. Right. Hope you're well, Nick.
Alex, question to you: do you think Arsenal could get relegated?
Yeah, totally. Well, what I've seen, and if Arteta doesn't get sacked, then totally, because we need something drastic to happen ASAP. And totally. If we don't fix up and change our ways, then nobody's too big to go down.
Who would be the answer then? Because Wenger had to leave because everything would be better, and then Wenger left, and then what was the other one?
Plenty. There's 19 other managers in the league who are better than Arteta. So if you want to go down that road, I can quite easily. But for me,
would they be
he is the worst manager in the league.
But I disagree that they would be better in the same position as.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I think anyone could. There's plenty of managers out there, and I think they would get a better tune. And there's been problems with Lacazette and obviously Aubameyang. I know there were, but there was that rift apparently with Arteta, and it just I think the players just look like they've had enough of him. And I think there's plenty of better managers than Arteta, and I don't blame him for taking the job. No way. Absolutely no way. I haven't got that, because like I said, I would take the job, and I'm sure you would, Alex. If
I wouldn't take the job.
No,
I wouldn't take the job. No,
not even for that amount of money.
Not for all the money in this world. No, because I think Arteta probably thought, okay, now is my moment. He went for the interview the first time round.
He went too quick.
Get it.
He went too quick.
I think it's foolhardiness and maybe a little bit arrogance, thinking that he could come to maybe the 4th biggest club in the country and it's going to be all roses. It's not as easy as that. It's not about just preparing the players for match day. There's so many facets to managing the team, and I think he knows it himself. But he's the last to admit that he made a mistake.
He just doesn't come across as a very humble guy.
I wouldn't have taken the job. I wouldn't have taken the job, Alex. But that's just me. It's just me. I think the point Sharifa is trying to make, Alex, I don't know, Sharifa, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Sharifa is trying to say, well, where do we go from here? So if we sack Mikel Arteta, It's like the revolving door. The Pandora's box is open. The moment we sacked Unai Emery after 18 months, we are in a revolving door. Okay, next.
I didn't agree with Emery being sacked. Not at
Yeah,
all.
but that's the situation that we're in now, Alex.
Whereas
Next? Who next?
That was about mistakes hiring Arteta, but there's, like I said, if there's a list, the list is endless of who could replace him. But I see what you're saying with it's the people above him. Like, will they make the right decision? Would Edu and Vinay make the right decision to get the right man, or would it be another Mikel Arteta? So yeah, in that respect, it is hard. But if you're looking at a list of candidates, there's plenty who are better than the current manager of Arsenal.
For example,
I said there's 19 others who are better in the Premier League. Antonio Conte, if you wanted to go down that route. Rafa Benitez, I know that I really wanted him. We've just missed a lot of opportunities, but I think Arsenal just went down, they just went down the cheap route and the yes man route, and just someone who's just like I said, he took that job because he thought, yes, if I don't take this job now, I may not get it. So yeah.
Well, I think it's going to be tough for any manager because
now it's going to be even worse.
They won't give them any money, Alex. We spent 160 million, so it's going to be tough for any manager to come in now. Sorry.
I think I'm going to need a drink after this.
Good point, Sharifa. But would you let someone close to you hurt and disappoint you every week? Arsenal have been doing this to their fans for years. How can we, as a club, hire a guy with no experience?
Is missing the point. What I'm trying to say is that this is a journey, and it's hurting you, but it's hurting him as a manager, of course, as well, and it's hurting the club and everyone that's around it. The thing what I was trying to say is what the team needs is they need to believe in it, and for them to believe in it, like, they need a fan base that at least supports them, that at least says, okay, we are not happy, because of course no one is happy. We are not happy with what we are now, but we believe or we trust that it will get better. And that was what I was saying, because of course everyone is hurt. No one is enjoying watching the matches. Everyone is worried about where we're going. But sometimes you need to stick together and just push it together.
Yeah. Okay. Jared says the mistake Arsenal made was promoting Arteta based on the FA Cup win in order to facilitate a rebuild. You need experience at all levels and finances. Going cheap and giving him money was a bad move, Alex. I can see you already nodding yes.
Alex. I agree. Jared, absolutely agree with you. 100%.
One more. Ashley says apparently Serge Aurier would consider a move to Arsenal after terminating his contract at Tottenham.
Anything's possible now. Anything is possible at Arsenal. Anything. Why not?
Why not?
Why not, eh? Things,
Well, he's no Sol Campbell. Let's put it that way.
I think William just left, luckily voluntarily. I don't think we should make the same mistake again. No. Would you guys think different?
No, I was joking, by the way. I've just said, because obviously things are so bad. Let's just, let's just add to it. I was joking.
Mr. J says, this lady has no idea what she's talking about. Big clubs like Arsenal can't take forever. Well, Mr. J, I would tell you this lady knows what she's talking about. And clubs, empires rise and fall. Yeah, we've had our peaks and troughs. I've been supporting Arsenal since the mid-1970s, and I've seen some real bad times. So we're going through a bad time now. Yeah, so we don't have any choice. We are in a situation where we're at the bottom, and like Shriva says, it does call for unity, which I can't really see happening anytime soon. But we are at the bottom, and we have no choice in that situation there. But the lady does know what she's talking about, Mr. J.
That's
Anyway.
okay. That's okay.
Jared says Arteta has the potential to be a really good manager, but if he wants to emulate Pep, he should take the steps he took, manage the academy, gain knowledge on tactics and development, and then apply. Now, I've got to say, Jared will be on the Easytalk sometime soon. So I concur with what Jared is saying.
I as well, 100%. Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Here? Do you know what? Let's just take a quick pause from the live chat, and we can probably go into the last segment. We're going to talk about your preferred strongest 11. The one thing that annoys me about Mikel Arteta, Sharifa, is that he doesn't pick the same 11 for back-to-back games. He's always tinkering and changing and scratching his head. Keep the same 11, Mikel Arteta. Keep
This
the same
as
11.
well. This as well.
What is not working?
I agree with you, Alex.
But Alex, what is your preferred strongest 11 you think Arsenal should be playing?
Ladies first.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Sharifa, you want to go first? Yeah.
So let's start with this. I'm not good at lineups. I'm not good at picking. I always pick by the heart, not with the mind. So
yeah,
if it doesn't make sense, then you know why. As a goalkeeper, yeah, of course, Leno. I think left back Czerny, centre back Holding and White, and as a right back Chambers. Then as in the midfield, Smith Rowe, Partey, and Odegaard, and as a left wing, Saka, Balogun on the right wing, and hopefully, if Aubameyang is getting better and at least more fit, as the central forward.
Okay, very good. What formation was that? Was that a back three, Sharifa?
4.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Alex, your strongest 11?
Are you going after me?
Well, I'm not getting at all.
Well, yes, you are. You're not getting out of it.
No, I don't have like I didn't prepare. So you go, Alex. Go.
Okay, so I would go 4-4-2 because under Emery we played some of the best football we've played in the last 3 years, and unfortunately I put Leno in goal because he's the best of what we've got. So Leno it is. I'd have a back four of Tierney on the left. Probably go Ben White and Gabriel. I go right back Maitland-Niles because I really like him, and for me he's been treated. Anyway, that's another conversation abysmally. So I really like him. And in the middle, I'd have Saka. This is where you could switch. You could have Saka on the right with Partey and Lokonga in the middle and Pepe on the left, or you could put Saka on the left with Tierney and Pepe on the right of Maitland-Niles. Probably Saka and Tierney have all played well together. They've linked up, and Pepe and Maitland-Niles, I've seen them play well together. And I'd put Lacazette and Aubameyang up front.
Okay.
But I don't agree with all this 3-4-1-1-2. Just do a 4-4-2. We've done it. I mean, I think we could, but that's what I would do. Yeah,
I think Arsene Wenger used that formation.
Yeah,
95% of the time anyway. 4-4-2.
So. In his early years, that worked like a treat. And not a lot of managers are doing it now. And like I said, Unai Emery, I think Lacazette and Aubameyang had a really good season under him, and he was doing a lot of 4-4-2 because they were playing together. So they're still here. Why not play them together?
Yeah. Okay, very good. Let's go back into the live chat just for the last one before I wrap up this segment of the Easy Talk. I agree. We shouldn't have gone on for Ancelotti when he was available and give him free rein to recruit. He would have gotten the best out of Guendouzi and Saliba, to be honest. The only signing that really excites me is Lokonga. Yeah, I think he's. I don't think we signed him to be a sure start, but because he's played very, very well, how can you not play Lokonga?
Yeah.
You've got to play him. He's one of the best
agree.
midfielders we have.
I agree.
And that was a signing only made because King Henry told Arsenal to get him. Tavares looks okay, but again, we won't elevate. He won't elevate us now. Neither will the others.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Gary DWTT. Good evening, Gary. Says Arsenal Arteta are breaking all the records, all the wrong records. Where are the positives, Sharifa? Where are the positives, Sharifa?
You want to go up from here?
Roberto says I'm positive for the future. Okay. Sean P, good evening, says great discussion, guys. I want the manager gone. But how many points do you think is a minimum in order for us to salvage the disgraceful start? Sharifa, points? I don't look that far ahead. I just look at
Is he talking about? Is he talking about the whole season?
Yeah,
the whole season, I think.
I don't know.
I don't understand his question. Does he mean when is it time for Arteta to leave, or am I reading this wrong?
No, I think he's saying how many points do you think Arsenal need to accumulate for the whole season? I think that's what he's saying.
What everyone else is doing.
But how many points do you think is a minimum in order for us to salvage the disgraceful? Yeah, it's a little bit ambiguous, to be honest. Yeah, it's not quite clear, is it? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not absolutely sure, to be honest. No, it's okay. William did it for William, which is not wrong. As unlike Alex's mate Ozil, he's not my best mate. He wants to play a football and not sit on the bench. Okay, just a few more before we wrap up this one. Who else do we have here? Try and give everyone an opportunity. Okay, Popeye Guna says this is a big quality deficit in the squad. Too many defensive-minded players and too few creators and impact players are in the team. None of the signings made improves this. Well, I think Alex did say there's probably one player. You said, Alex, one player.
Lokonga, yeah.
Lokonga.
Yeah, I like the look of him, and probably the only. There's a positive.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. There's a positive. Come on.
Sharifa, here's one here for you. I think our players are not playing for the club. They are playing in another world.
Maybe in their own world or something.
In their own, yeah.
Well, I disagree in that way. Okay, I agree in that way that I do think that a lot of the players are not motivated. I mean, it is still a mystery why Aubameyang went from this really, a good player scoring so many goals to like non-existing. So there is definitely there's something going on which makes them less motivated. So if he means that, I agree with that. Do I think that they don't want to be playing for the club? I don't think so. I do think that they want to be where they are now, but they're definitely not motivated at this time, at this moment.
Okay. I will not even have Auba on the bench, let alone in the team. That's quite harsh, Ashley. Who else do we have here? DWTT says Auba or Laka plays for me. Auba doesn't clog the midfield if played up top, so put him up top and give him a lot of service. Okay. Sean P says apologies. I meant how many points does he need to get from the? Oh right, okay, clarity. How many points does he need to get from the next 3 games to slave? All right,
save the poor
start. So there you go, Shiva. How many points does he need, do you think, from the next 3 games? Oh, 9 points.
Well, 9 would be great, of course. but they're playing Norwich. I think they should definitely win that. And then it's Burnley. Is that the one?
That's right.
Certainly,
Yeah.
Could be a hot one.
And then it's the big one.
That could be a hot one. So if they have 1 point out of that, 4, and who they're playing that after?
Tottenham.
Okay, so
yeah, exactly.
I think we should at least be able to get 4 points out of this, but
9.
You reckon 9, Alex? Well,
9.
Is that what you want, or that's what you?
Well, we should be. We should be after what's happened. They owe it to us. That's what I want. Yeah.
Well, what we want.
Yeah. What can I have? What I want? Yeah.
Dear me. Guys, we'll come to an end on this Easy Talk, the first Easy Talk of the season, and it was really good to have and share the time with my contributors on this wonderful channel of ours. But before we end the show, I want to say a big thank you and welcome back to the First Lady of Cannon Fodder TV, Sharifa. Welcome back. Goodness. I know Sharifa's not doing any content for now, and I'm hoping she's going to continue doing content in the future. But if you wanted to subscribe to her channel, the link is in the description box below. Arsenal Small Talk.
Thank you.
Well, right by that, it's Arsenal Stressful Talk. So thank you, Sharifa. Also, Alex.
Yeah.
Again, you've been on the channel before, so
yes, I have. Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You guys, you're all welcome to come and check out my channel. All wonderful people in the comments, and yourself, Sharifa, if you like.
Yeah.
And you're all welcome over.
Yeah, and likewise, we've left the link for Alex's channel.
Thank you very much.
In the description box below. So
thank you.
Yeah, the first Easy Talk of the season. Oh my goodness.
Thanks for having me on, mate.
That's all right. We try to keep it positive. I tried.
I think we've done it pretty well.
He did a good job. Job.
Even Alex.
Lokonga, that's it. Lokonga. Sambi Lokonga. I'll take away from it.
Anyway, guys, and to all our subscribers and viewers who saw the numbers just peak over, I think 55, which is really good for our first Easy Talk back of this season. Be sure to subscribe, like it says there. You will see me tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning. Just talking about what do I talk about? Oh yeah, I'll be talking about Arsenal. And some maybe some transfer news as well. It can only be about Arsenal, nothing else. But anyway, guys, enjoy your evenings or your afternoons or wherever you are in this fantastic world of ours. And you have been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.